Hindu Organizations, Temples and Associations Forum. Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuge. Organization is strength. Imagine an organization of organizations. HOTA's driving idea is to encourage networking, resource sharing, leveraging strength, and thus instilling a sense of pride. A wide array of perspectives emerged.
We can come together on certain threads. For example, Bharat, when we say Bharat is shrinking, please understand. 1000 years ago, what we called Bharat and what we call now is shrinking. It has come less in size. So Bharat shrinking is a warning which we need to wake up. The places where Hindu culture was no more daily practiced, Hindu dharma, people moved away, accepted some other faith. That place lost identity called Bharat. Abdul Kalam said, strength respects strength. That's a very powerful statement. We need to show our strength to be respected. We cannot become smaller further.
हिंदू पहले जागृत बने, जगे. हिंदू सोया है, अपने बारे में वो उदासीन है.
How come that ethnic cleansing anywhere in the world is topmost news on the front pages? And these are always Muslims and Christians. What about all those Kashmiri Hindus? What about all those Pakistani Hindus? What about all those Bangladeshi Hindus?
Christianity and Islam, they differ from others in one particular aspect. And that is that converting others, proselytizing, adding to the numbers is an essential part of the observance of those religions. Hindus have done a lot to save themselves, but to actually finally save yourself, you also need a positive state for yourself.
In the early 1990s, the Bhutanese government ethnically cleansed more than 100,000 Bhutanese Hindus from the south of Bhutan who are ethnically Nepali and practice Hinduism. The Hindu minority in Malaysia is one of the most economically deprived community in the country. And they face regular discrimination in terms of their religious rights. Their religious rights are restricted. Their temples are destroyed. Since independence, more than 10,000 Hindu temples or shrines have been either destroyed or forcibly relocated under the guise of government development.
In many parts of the world, Hindu communities are suffering religious discrimination, sometimes persecution, violence, hate speech. So we do care for them, and we try to organize events at the European Parliament on religious freedom and human rights issues of Hindus in some parts of the world.
The suffering of our people is not something new to you are here today. I have never seen when the Hindus were discussed, the problems of Hindus were discussed, nobody mentioned about Sri Lanka. In future, at least, I think we have to take care of the Hindus in Sri Lanka.
Hindu community has been there in New Zealand for more than 100 years. As we all know, Hindus are peace-loving, law-abiding, coexisting and contributing community. This is our strength.
What is the aim of the HOTA Forum? It aims to bring Hindu mandirs, organizations, associations, groups, sampradayas who are working for the Hindu resurgence to come to one common platform.
You have a unique problem. I believe that problem is unique to India, where the state has seized the temples as a money-making enterprise.
We have given two arguments to the Supreme Court. You want to take over temple and manage temple, declare India as a Hindu state. You cannot remain a secular state. There are six-fold destructions that is taking place because of the government takeover of the temple.
We need to bring the mandirs together if we want to bring the Hindu community, the Hindu Samaj together. And that mandir provides the nucleus to to make that happen. There's so much of diversity. You're not talking about uniting, you're talking about bringing them together as a network, just like we have the internet. See, internet connects all the devices, mobile phone to laptops to big IBM machines to huge data centers, right? Every entity has its own domain of control, and yet they can connect with each other, and once they connect with each other, many good things happen.
Intelligence leads to selfishness if there is no dharma in life.
When a Hindu puts some money in a hundi, it is certainly not to fund the Hajj. It is certainly not to rebuild the Christian church. It is certainly not to pay to the government officials and other trustees. So, primarily it is for Hindu. And that is why we have a slogan, Hindu money for Hindu cause. Any educational institution run by temple money should give Hindu samskara.
No person on earth, I repeat, no person on earth to this day has proved that caste system exists in India. And it cannot be proved. Presence of jatis do not tell you there is caste system in India. Nobody has proved it, nobody can prove it.
We don't need all the time to be feeling sorry for ourselves, and pity and misery needs company, so all of us feel the same way. I think I want to see that there is uplifting kind of feeling about it. As institutions, we take action. As Bharat, we take action.
We need a paradigm shift. We need to change our thinking cap. We are the brain, but the problem is we need to change our thinking. We are not what we were 30, 40, 50 years ago. I think I'm an atheist. It's not important. What do we do to engage these younger people, these younger generation? That is the challenge in front of us.
For the first time, I felt that the moment of Hindu power has come. The time for the renaissance of India that we've been expecting for a long time has finally arrived.
We need to unite under the one umbrella of Dharma, and unite in action, unite in speech, and unite in presentation. When you are strong, there will be no enemy.
In our entire explanation, if I am a Swaminarayan, can I say Swaminarayan Hindu, Jain Hindu, Vedic Hindu, Arya Hindu? If these type of terminologies will become popular for a need of as a time, hour, then at least for 20, 30 years, the problem of not being identified as a Hindu won't occur.
Sangachadvam samvadadvam sammo manansi janatam. This Vedic message, the Vedic expectations from the people of this land and all over the world has been is step together, express together. The idea is not to dissolve our identity, but the idea is to have the unity in this diversity. The idea is to promote the oneness and a collective unified voice of Hindus.
I want to emphasize that this window of opportunity is not going to last forever. You see, the time to act is now.
All over the world, actually Hinduism is growing. And not only in our Bharatvarsh, but all over the world, in America, in Europe, in Africa, and on all the major continents, you will find the Hinduism is growing far and wide.
Hindu culture is all accommodative. It cannot have a theological enemy. It is impossible. That's why we are the ones who keep saying Vasudeva Kutumbakam, whole universe is a family, not world. Our gods are called Vishwanath, not just the world, Lord of the world, we call Lord of the universe. So we have a very, very broad universal vision, which has the depth to accommodate all methods. That's the beauty of Hinduism. If any religion reaches to its zenith, it will have the same depth.
See, this is a Hindu world conference, but every Hindu has his own world. Come out of the world and let's unite. We are the one that we want to make the whole world family. I think let's make first the Hindu one family. Then think about the other people. Because once we united, then we know what we are doing.
दुनिया के सामने अगर कुछ हमको रखना है
तो समन्वय, परस्पर सहयोग और परस्पर पूरकता, complementary, supporting each other, and some coordination between all these different types of institutions, temples, and social organizations. It's a need of today.